Greetings, all my heroes out there. I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, and I'm coming at you with another chapter review of My Hero Academia. This time it's chapter 244, titled Recommendation. As Endeavor has gone racing off to a nearby incident, followed in tow by Bakugo, Shoto, and Midoriya as they tried their best to keep up with him. Honestly, Deku really kind of notes the fact that Endeavor is really booking it. He is going at super sonic speed. Todoroki notices as something akin to flash fire. And Bakugo seems to notice something from it as well, as Endeavor goes racing over traffic. This dude is like a bat out of hell. Meanwhile, Star Servant, this grandpa looking ass mage dude, starts collecting all this glass from all the nearby windows, talking about this darkness that is about to be unleashed upon the world, and that only he can save the world from this darkness. And he does his ultimate attack with this massive, like, spirit bomb looking orb of glass that he calls Radiance of the Ruined King, and he sends it plummeting down to the ground below in order to have this person reveal themselves. Something worth noting is the fact that it looks as though he is bleeding from his nose, almost as if something is wrong with him, like he's overtaxing himself. And as the glass orb descends upon the streets below, in comes Endeavor, completely destroying the glass orb with his flash fire fist, or fire flash fist. Kind of hard to tell how that's supposed to be read. But he utterly annihilates the massive amount of glass, melting it into chunks. And while he does find Star Servant's skills very interesting, he's just like, how dare you pull a stunt like this on my watch? And so he starts emitting all this fire, basically to keep people at a distance. Everyone starts scampering around so they're out of the blast radius. And even Star Servant goes racing off because of the intensity of the heat. And as one of the lesser heroes arrives on the scene, he tells them, evacuate as many people as possible. Well, I chase down the guy in charge of all of this. But as they go racing through this alleyway, Star Servant has, I guess, his minions or allies attack. Well, they say yes, master, so it has to be his minions. But Endeavor doesn't really pay them any never mind, especially since in comes Bakugo, Todoroki, and Midoriya, ready to take on these guys. However, on top of that, what really catches Endeavor's eye is the fact that Hawks manages to get these guys even quicker, as he even says, oh, you must be the interns. Sorry, was just a few steps ahead of you. And he manages to completely subdue all of Star Servant's allies. As Endeavor says, oh, well, I was never in any real danger or anything like that. I was never in anything like a tough spot. Todoroki, he seems to be a little bit almost starstruck, but it's more that he's trying to think of the ability that Evan Endeavor showed with how quick he was able to be. But, being very young, Hawks starts to kind of chat it up with everybody, especially considering the fact that he never informed Endeavor that he was going to be in town. And as Star Servant, is taken away by the police, he starts proclaiming that, oh, you must release me before it's too late. That man, referring to Endeavor, is a great source of darkness. The light he emits will summon the darkness, blah, 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 blah. So, Star Servant, I don't know if he's just a very drugged up old man using that one drug that has been featured before, especially if you've read, My Hero Academia illegals, vigilante. It was a drug that enhanced quirks and all that kind of stuff, but I have to wonder if there's any merit to what he's trying to say about Endeavor. But Midoriya introduces himself to Hawks, which Hawks' only memory of Midoriya is the fact that he blew up his fingers, which isn't the best way to be remembered by someone, but he did hear a lot about everyone from Tsukuyomi, and he wanted to work with Tsukuyomi for the internship, but he ended up just having his sidekicks, back home kind of take care of him since he was a little too busy. And then he looks over at Bakugo and it's just like, oh, do you feel bad for him or something? But, Bakugo only wanted to say that, I got there faster than you, which is just like, what pettiness. But Endeavor really demands to know what business Hawks has with coming around Endeavor's neck of the woods. So Hawks pulls out the book for the Paranormal Liberation Front. And he starts talking, about it at length. And in truth, he kind of seems very... it's pretty obvious he's trying to convey a message to Endeavor, and what he's saying desperately contradicts a lot of things that Hawks previously said to Endeavor. The way he's talking about how leave it to them and they can change the world, and it's really starting to become clear he's trying to project out, Endeavor, we only spoke of a limited amount of time, but I need you to understand what I'm trying to tell you by passing along this book. So it has to wonder, is Endeavor smart enough to figure this out? I feel that he is, just because you don't get that far as a number one hero and not actually be very competent. I really do feel like this upcoming story arc is really going to put the best of Endeavor first and foremost, because yeah, he's a shitty dad. We all know that. That's old news. Anyone within spitting distance of this manga knows that Endeavor is a shit dad. And even though he's trying to make up for it, forgiveness is a whole nother thing altogether. The oldest daughter is, for the most part, able to forgive it, but his sons, no, absolutely not, and that will probably end up biting Endeavor in the end. But just because of that doesn't mean he's not smart in other ways. You can be bad at one thing and great at something else. So Hawks is putting a lot of faith in Endeavor to figure this situation out. But it was really fun to just see Endeavor go in at work. He managed to spot this dude like blocks away. He was really fast on the uptick. He was fast and efficient. That really goes to show you just how good he is at what he does. And I'm so looking forward to seeing more of it. Show me what you've got. Show me your boo. Make me proud, Endeavor, at least in terms of your heroic work. But that's all I really have to say here. If you have any thoughts, feelings, or theories about this chapter, put them down in the comment section below, and we can chat it out there. If you liked this video, leave me a like. If you didn't, feel free to leave me a dislike and tell me what I did wrong in the comment section below. That way I can better myself for future videos. Subscribe and hit the bell icon if you wanna, and don't worry about it if you don't, but if you want to, subscribe and hit the bell icon. That way you never miss out on another My Hero Academia chapter review. And until the next video, I just want you to remember to always look into some recommendations that your friends give you. You never know what kind of a fun read it might be, or maybe there's a message they're trying to give you. Well, until next time, I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, and it's high time I went to bed. Bye-bye.